Hi there, and welcome back to another lecture to create a church. So we focused on the tower, the main building, and now it's time to add the windows and a brick texture on the rear of the church. So the first thing I like to do is make this a separated object. So the church, the rear, I like to disconnect it from the main building. The reason is that I prefer to have some more control. So I select this part and I only need to select the outer ring of vertices. So I go to the edit mode, pressing Alt Shift Ctrl Z. You need to select the right ones, top one, and we rotate it. These one as well. And there we go. Take a look at the bottom and it's hard to see. But that one. Okay. And now we select everything, pressing 9. Oops. 9. 3. 9. All right. So that was a little bit confusing. I won't do that again. So I'm pressing P. Selection. So this is now a separated object, but the origin is right there. That works a little bit weird. So we press spacebar, set origin to geometry, and it's set. Just a quick check if we still have the same scaling, and we have it, so that is good. So we can now remove the materials that are not applied. We only have church brick, and we're starting to add it on the rear of the church. So I'm selecting it and using the projection from view. There we go. But as you can see, these walls are rotated. So I like to start with only this part. And we make a new projection. There we go. We scale this, and as a reference, we take a look. Wow, these side portals are a little bit annoying. Pressing H, and we can have a close look. And we scale this to something like this. And again, we can change this when we do a final review and we see these bricks are way too small or too big than the other side. But I like to have some variation, and it's totally no big deal to do it this way. It's all about the feeling of it. So if we discover that the bricks are way too small, we grab everything at once, like we can do, and we fix it. But now it's time to focus on the side walls. Yes, there we go. We rotate this a little bit. And projection. Yes. And we grab this part. So we have a reference. Yes. We grab the other part. There we go. We rotate the screen. Yes, projection. And the same, we grab this UV to scale it right. There we go. And the top part. All right. We're so close, but not finished yet. Projection. All right. I like to have the reference. Almost done. Cool. I'm happy. I'm absolutely happy. All right, so we now have a main brick texture on the church, and the next thing is what I like to do is focusing on the windows. So in my opinion, these windows can be scaled a little bit inwards. Same for these. The reason is that they are a little bit too deep. Okay, the bigger ones are no problem, but the small ones needed a little fix. So we select and we add a new material, new, we call this image texture, open window, and it needs to be this one. So again, the window looks a little bit blue, but later when we add the right material settings, we will have a very nice window. So make a new projection. We select, well, let's name this first. We call this tall wall window. That's right, one new projection. Oops, assign it first, and then we make a projection. And it has the right scaling. Very important. So let's take a look. So ignore the arch. We only want the inner frame. Okay, so now we enable the texture mode. And how does it look like? Well, not bad at all. And this has some issues, so I need to fix that later, but you won't have problems with that. Just a little bit more. So it's blending well with the main texture. So yeah, let's do the other one as well. Projection, assign it, and then we project it. Very important, or else you will have bad scaling. All right, and it's a good thing that we can UV map both windows at the same time. That will speed up. And scale it a bit more. And we have nice blending. All right, we will add arch later. So let's add this window. It's the bigger one. So plus new image, open window. Ooh, a lot of steps. So we grab this one, open. That's the one with the door. This door. And we grab this window. We go to the side view. And we call this big, tall window. Just a name. So rear door. There we go. Project it again. So we scale this. That's a big one. Let's have some more UV space. Okay. A quick check. Well, I'm thinking about maybe changing this window. Also, it's a little bit deep, but well, just wondering. It's a big arch as well. The other one on this side. There we go. Ooh, that's press 5 instead of 2. Assign it, projection, and transforming. SY. Okay, scaling is my favorite thing to do. Right. So we need to apply one more window. We can handle that. A window and a door frame. We can do it in once. Okay, assign and projection, and we scale it. And I hope, well, let's start with a window. Should be exactly the same as the previous ones. Great. All right, the door. So yeah, I like to model an arch for this one as well. So don't select this one. A little bit complex modeling work, but in the end it will look fine. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a little bit red. So let's try to get some blending on the, yes, now it's, so if you scale this and you have too much red, you can see it's very hard, but now we scale it in the right texture and look at that, it's blending well. Let's try to do that with the bottom as well. Bit scary. Okay, well, I will add much more details on the door later, so don't be afraid, this is it. But yeah, for now it's working well. We have to add a lot of ornaments like borders and small ornaments, the beer, so it will absolutely transform this church in something else, but for now it works fine. It's just the block model with a texture. Good. So it's up to you now to create some nice arches for the small ones, for the big ones, and for the door. You now know how that works. You can model it or just copy an old one and transform it a little bit. I think with this one you need to model a complete new one because it has a very different shape. So that's something to do for you. Press Alt-H to bring this side portal back. So in the next lecture, I like to focus on the portal and fixing that one. We need to cut a hole in it and adding a texture. So some work to do. I will ignore this portal for some, yeah, it will take some extra time. So I'll do it in the last couple of lectures. All right, enough talking. See you in the next lecture. Bye-bye.